Good afternoon. So, I'm feeling breakup energy. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling breakup energy. I'm feeling separation energy. I'm feeling like divorce energy. And then I'm also feeling kind of like resentment. Like, you know how like when you finally break up with someone, it's like official, you guys aren't getting back together. Like there's not even a doubt in your mind that you're done with that relationship, and then you feel like you need to talk about it, like talk about every instance. You need to talk about every instance that they fucking did something terrible, right? And it happens to everyone. Like, I've done this. I do this, right? Where I'm like purging all this shit, and I'm like don't even realize how much shit I'm talking. Like, it's real, it's true, it happened, but I'm just talking about that person, right? Because like I'm just getting it off my chest. And you just kind of feel an urge to be heard about it, right? Because when you're in that relationship, you felt like you weren't being heard. Okay? And that impulse, that urge to do that is because we're supposed to do that, okay? But we're supposed to be doing that with God or someone that we actually trust, a healthy friend, okay? And usually we don't have healthy friends who make us feel heard, who make us feel like you can confide in them and they won't go like spilling your shit, right? So that's where journaling comes in, okay? This is where journaling comes in. So what worked for me, okay, these past few times of like, now I just conversate with God, right? And I've gotten really good at it. But if you don't have that, if you don't know how to meditate, or just like write down this instance, okay? If you bitch about it, it's journaling worthy, okay? If you want to bitch about it, it's journaling worthy, okay? So I'm going to journal something, an instance that I didn't like, okay? I felt like this, right? Because of this, I was guessing it would have satisfied them, right? This person around me, and if I felt like it wouldn't satisfy them, I wouldn't express it. Okay? And that's an instant where like I'm taken back. I want to say it, so I'm releasing it now. Okay? And I'm going to look over this and I'm going to like identify what it is. People pleasing. I'm a people pleaser. Okay, so this is like, okay, I'm identifying that that's what I was doing in that instance. Okay, so you're identifying it so that now that you've identified it, you can release it. Okay, and I did this for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 pages of this shit, okay? Of things in relationships that I did that keep coming up in my mind, and I keep wanting to speak about them, okay? They need to be released now, okay? So here, look at here, I was lying to myself. Here I was being dependent. Here it was my fault. Okay, that was my own fault. And I didn't know this as I was bitching about it. Look, here I was disappointed. Okay, I led myself to be disappointed. Here I was offended by someone, offended by something. They weren't to be trusted. They weren't to be trusted. And I did it anyways, right? So it's good to like get these out on paper so that you can read it back and identify what you're doing in order to stop this self-sabotaging. And then after that, we'll keep it there for now. We'll keep it there for now. And I'll tell you what to do after that on a different reading, maybe tomorrow. Okay, so these things that you want to bitch about, these things that are coming up, write it out. Write it out. Exactly how you felt it, exactly how you observed it, whatever, okay? And then later on, say this evening, say tomorrow, okay, read it and understand what you did in that instance that you wouldn't want to do again. Like, I was people pleasing. Okay, some of the shit that I was doing, I was guilty for, right? Like, if you want this self-sabotage to stop happening in relationships, you have to be able to identify it, be aware of it in order to fix it. Okay, so that's one thing. That's a very productive thing to, like, you know, we get comfortable. We get comfortable. And then we can get out of a situation, say a breakup, and we know we're not going back there. We want something new. That was the contrast of what I don't want. Okay, I don't want that. And then we'll have new options in love. We'll have a choice. We'll have a choice. Or maybe we won't have a choice. Maybe we'll have a choice to be with just one person. Okay? And then that in itself is a choice. Do I be with them? Do I not be with them? Right? So it's like sometimes we pick the more unhealthier version, okay? We pick the version that we're used to, okay? Out of comfort, out of still holding onto these issues, okay? So we're going to have to, like, figure that out so that we don't pick someone out of self-stop being, like, comfortable in that, like, self-sabotaging mentality. Whew. That was a lot. I hope that made sense. The truth about attacks. The truth about attacks out of jealousy. Truth about attacks out of jealousy. Okay? I'm getting, like, someone was really jealous of their partner. And then someone was also really jealous of the friends of their partner. So, like, this was, like, very... I'm getting, like, this person wasn't able to express anything really without this person always having an opinion. Okay, but then they were allowed to freely do whatever they want. They were allowed to freely create their own reality, but this other person was feeling very oppressed. That's not fair. It's not fair. Okay, just by the little subtle things that this person would say, or like the attitude that they'd be in. Like, for a while, like, it'd be like, you're not, why are you not happy? I'm hearing, like, why are you not happy? Okay, it's you're not happy. Like, I'm getting, like, this person would, like, have an attitude and it would change the vibe of the room. Like, you know how someone can, like, be a regulator? They'll come in and they'll be like, no bullshit. There's no bullshit. Everyone's just having fun, freely being themselves, right? If it's not positive, if there's a negative person in that bunch, it'll be, like, easily spotted because there's that regulator there. There could be the opposite side of that, okay, where this person's just a fucking toxic person, right? Like their traits, their body language, the way that they're, like, I don't know how to explain that. But then they always have to have something to say too. So it's like they're, like, regulating the room to just be nasty and, like, almost like crickets. Like, I can hear crickets. Damn, that sucks. That sucks. A love message. Aware that the love's going elsewhere. It's a very, like, one-sided relationship. Like, a decision has been made. Somebody wanted to block someone from knowing the truth about somebody as well. So they, like, talked shit about this person to whoever they didn't want to, like, they didn't want them to see. They didn't want them to be able to see. But now they can see clearly. They can see clearly that this person just didn't want this person to see someone in a certain light. I hope that made sense. Okay, so this person didn't want this person to see another person in a certain light. So this person lied about this person to this person, okay? But this person now knows why this person was talking shit about this person, okay? It's very clear, it's very evident. And, like, it was unnecessary. It's like this person didn't even like this person that you were talking, like, it's not like it was so unnecessary. It's just a very controlling person who was, like, breadcrumbing you anyways. I don't like this. breadcrumbing you and calling it equal give and take. Okay, oh, I'm getting body shaming. What you're offering is a lie? Like what? Somebody's like straight up delusional. So I'm getting body shaming. By any means necessary. Just talking shit. By any means necessary. Holding back the truth and then dropping all these lies so people would turn their back. Like a lot of it. It's like you do too much. Someone could have been getting paid to do this, but that's not for everybody. Getting paid to someone was getting paid to be somebody's friend and talk shit so that this person hanging out with this person kind of validated these lies. And that's why they're like sad that they can't really like be around you anymore. You ended up this cycle because it was toxic. They were trying to attack your character and got paid to do it. So that's for somebody. Okay, so body shaming. I'm getting body shaming, and I'm also hearing what they're saying about like someone's private parts. Okay, that's fucking rude. Anyways, your person will love you for exactly who you are. Okay, I believe that there's somebody for everybody. Okay, I believe that there's multiple somebodies for everybody. Okay, it just depends on what timeline you choose and what person you choose, right? There's options everywhere. Okay, there's 7 billion people in this world. I don't even know if that's still accurate, but you know what I mean? There's lots of fucking people in this world. So if that person is attracted to you on a deeper level, okay, they're gonna love what comes along with it. They just are. Okay, and they're gonna think that it's unique, it's uniquely you, and they're gonna love your body. Okay, because it's a part of you. Okay, so that's just what these like superficial people are missing out on, is that real love, that deep love, that depth of it, right? The love at a core level. So it's like, just as you are talking shit about somebody's body, someone else thinks that body's like perfect, beautiful, perfect in their eyes, right? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? So as you're shaming this person for their body, okay, this person is actually like falling more and more in love with how they move, okay, the uniqueness of them. What you think is ugly is the very things that person thinks is unique. Okay, there's nothing like it. You understand how your body shaming has nothing to do with this person that you're trying to shame, and everything to do with your shitty character. Okay, your shitty outlook on life. And like the person that loves that person is going to love that person for being uniquely them. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. And then you're still stuck with that shitty outlook. You understand that? That's something that really needs to be worked on. Okay? And if you're body shaming this person, then obviously you pick yourself apart too. And that's very sad. But that has nothing to do with the person you're trying to shame. Their person's gonna love them anyways. And if they were to see you, they still would, who are you? Who? Who? Burden because they feel like you're gonna get equal give and take. There's a decision being made. Okay, you're just too much. Too negative, too depressing, too much of a shit talker, too much of there's just too much. It's too heavy. I'm getting like a head case. Like there's always something, right? There's always something. There's no genders out here, so it could be man or masculine or feminine I'm speaking to. You feel like you're at a loss because you're seeing something as like admirable now. I mean, like a diamond in the rough. A diamond in the rough. Now you want to make peace and give equal give and take after you've already taken action to defeat someone or have them in mental conflict. It's like desperate. They're like, ah! I'll be like, ah! Ah! What did I do? Okay, I'm sorry. They don't even know what they're sorry about. They're just depressed and they can't sit with self. They're like defiant to sit with self. Accurate. Opportunity. Somebody wanted to defeat someone for money. And they were like actively doing this as they were your friend, as they were in a relationship with you, as they were calling it equal give and take and breadcrumbing you, trying to lay you to rest. It's burdensome because you've already made a decision to block this person. Like, bye. Okay, bye, Felicia. You're aware of the contrast, and now you know that that's not what you don't want. That's what you don't want. This person tried to sneak you, man. Snake you, get you robbed. For money. That sucks. Like, what can you do, right? There's nothing you can really do. Yeah, they collaborate to do this. It's like they were collaborating, collaborating. But now that they know that they're defeated, they're like, someone's a flight risk. Someone is a flight risk. I'm getting cigarette butts. It's like if you see cigarette butts, DNA swab them. I don't know why. DNA swab cigarette butts. Sad, depressed. DNA swab cigarette butts, DNA swab vapes or something. So that's for like an investigator or someone. Or maybe it's for, maybe like you're looking who your partner's investing in. Something about swabbing something you put to your mouth. I don't know what the fuck that is actually. True. Do it. Do it. That's what I'm hearing. They're so funny. I like love my ancestors so much. I like been putting tea bags out because they like red rose tea. Like they really like red rose tea. Like they love it. I've been putting tea bags out. Okay. And then as soon as I made an orange pico, is it pico? Anyways, as soon as I made that tea and I put it out here, no, I was going to throw it in the garbage. And like, So I stopped and they wanted that tea bag. It's funny. Like, I don't hear them often, right? So when I do, I listen. It's mostly in readings, but sometimes it's outside of readings. Like I feel like a strong urge and I know it's them. This person's jealous, but I was getting that anyways, right? They're a very jealous type. They're acting out of jealousy. They just think like that. They're wired like that. They're hardwired like that. And you don't want that type of person around. Honestly, you don't. Because then it'll show in their actions. Okay? You'll be like walking on eggshells around this person. It's like they're defiant to acknowledge that they're a really fucking jealous person. I want to pull some cue cards. The truth is, you're jealous, and that's why you did that. That's why you set that person up. That's why you took that money. That's why you make your men feel uncomfortable. So this is a woman here. That's why you oppress your men. That's why you're going through terrible, terrible karma. Okay? With a very controlling man. Somebody knows that you were speaking truth about a really controlling man, and now they're going through loss. False investigation. A false investigation. They don't want this to be looked into. So this woman was working with this very controlling man, getting money from him to set you up somehow. And the truth is that this stalking is flipping around back on them. So now the stalkers are being stalked, and they're in regret and loss because they know that the truth is going to be crowned, and they're like ashamed that they did this. Well, then why the fuck did you do it? If they were to do it over, they would have did it again. Okay, because this person's defiant to see the truth in it, to see their wrongs in the situation. They're avoidant to this. They didn't think your predictions were true. Or the truth is that they said that your predictions were false because they're jealous of how you manifest things. They're jealous of your intuitiveness. Okay, so they're trying to like make people believe, make believe. But now they know how it's moving forward, and they're like freaking out, like, like desperate, like real desperate. It's like a real ugly feeling. Like, you should have done that. You should have done that. Time to start thinking positive. Time to start thinking positive. Okay, and this is how you purge these types of people out. That could very well be a masculine, okay? Switch it to fit your story. Okay, we all have masculine and feminine traits within us, right? We all have divine masculine and divine feminine within us. Okay? That just, like, my masculine allows me to take the lead and be stern and stand on things. Like, my feminine makes me compassionate, empathize, right? Like there's different parts of the soul that make us uniquely us. Okay, this person could be like getting caught for like, I'm not getting like an escort though. I'm getting like that just really milks the relationships they're in. Really milks the relationships they're in. Like, they have no problem taking the money from the men, or taking the money from the women. They're like really unimpressed. They're like always acting unimpressed. Right? It's to have a certain control in these men or women's mental space. The ancestors. Okay, I was speaking about the ancestors. You'll see in like certain videos when like I can see orbs in them. The ancestors saw how hostile you were. Okay, and everything will fail in love for you, everything, until you start loving yourself, until you make the decision to start loving yourself. Like, you can't just go from one relationship to another, to another, to another, to another, to another, to another, like masking this hurt, being avoidant to this pain, not making yourself aware that what you bring to the table is actually what's ruining everything for you. Right? You have to be able to take accountability for that within you, or else everything will fail. Everything moving forward. I would rather learn this self-sabotage shit about myself and be accountable for it, okay, on a deeper level, than have to go through some bullshit again. You know what I mean? Like, really get an understanding of it. And when you get this fearful feeling that makes you want to do a certain thing, or be needy, or be something outside of yourself, right? Like, thinking you need something outside of yourself to be like good enough, you'll know that that's just a trigger for you. Okay, you'll know what you've done in the past, and what makes you comfortable is not necessarily the right thing to do, right? Like, oh, I've done this before. Let me just like back it up, center myself, make a decision out of a loving space, okay, and put myself first, okay, and you'll know if it's shitty or not, because if it's at someone else's expense, it's shitty, okay? If it's not, then it's the right thing to do, right? That's the right decision to make for yourself, not anyone else, okay? Someone's ancestors are like, you're on your own with this one. Someone's ancestors are like, you got yourself into that mess, sweetheart. You got yourself into that mess, sweetheart. That's funny. Okay, I'm gonna do this deck. I'm gonna do this deck, and I'm gonna do a herb today. I haven't done a herb in a little bit. In a little bit. Oh shit. Somebody could have got karma, bad karma, and now they have a sickness, an STD. Competition to get somebody sick. Ooh. Addiction in the reverse. This person's like not addicted to sex, okay? Somebody could be addicted to sex and they got an STD trying to like put someone in competition. If you try to put someone in competition, okay, and you got this STD, that's your karma. Maybe you should slow down on the addiction, right? Okay, let God pour into you. Let God pour into you. Damn. I'm a very healthy individual, so I don't really... That's why I'm abstinent, okay? Hell no, I'm not going to get an STD or an STI. Okay, especially if there's a competition to give someone that. Like, nope. Yeah, because you're not committed. Okay, you're committed to what? Being in some sort of competition. That's why you don't do that. Don't go outside of yourself for like, ooh. Or don't make people compete for your love. Like, it's, oh, damn. These workers, there's like a worker. Ooh, I'm getting, there's like a worker, someone under someone who like was paid to go get an STD in order to give it to someone else. Reflect in the reverse. This was like their main priority. And then I'm getting as well, as soon as that person went to go get this STD, this person pulled back. So it's like you went and got that STD for no fucking reason. Ooh, it could be one that you can't heal. Anything can be healed, right? If you ask me, anything can be healed. If you see the right healer and you get in the right mind space, if you get aligned, but these people choose to not heal. So what does that mean? That means not aligned. So what does that mean? They won't heal. Now they have shame. Now they want forgiveness. Because they know that you have extraordinary love. Boy, bye. Girl, bye. Escort worker, fail. That's the ultimate fail, if you ask me. Maybe not, but it's up there. Yikes. Fucking yikes. Yeah, so moving forward, let's work on self. Damn. Crazy. Should we do don't sweat the small stuff? We'll do a don't sweat the small stuff and a herb. We did that one. Okay. Angel number 58. Relax. What does it mean to relax? Yeah, these people need to chill, right? Like, chill, sis. Chill, bro. You just need to go chill. But, like, I'm getting, like, someone just literally can't sit with self because they think of all these things that they've done and they're just, like, you know how, like, you just feel like you need distractions, like you feel desperate for distractions. You always have to be doing something. You always have to make plans. You always, because you just can't even sit with self. You can't even relax. Despite hearing this term thousands of times during the course of our lives, very few people have deeply considered what it's really about. When you ask people, which I have done many times, what it means to relax, most will answer in a way that suggests that relaxing is something you plan to do later. You do it on vacation, in a hammock, when you retire, or when you get everything done. This implies, of course, that most other times, the other 95% of your life should be spent nervous, agitated, rushed, and frenzied. I don't even act when I'm in those states. I don't even make any sort of decision making in those states. Okay? Very few actually come out and say so, but this is the obvious implication. Could this explain why so many of us operate as if life were one great emergency? Most of us postpone relaxation until our in basket is empty. Of course, it never is. It's useful to think of relaxation as a quality of heart that you can access on a regular basis rather than something reserved for some later time. You can relax now. You can relax now. It is helpful to remember that relaxed people can still be super achievers, and in fact, that relaxation and creativity go hand in hand. When I'm feeling uptight, for example, I don't even try to write. But when I feel relaxed, my writing flows quickly and easily. Being more relaxed involves training yourself to respond differently to dramas of life. Yeah, like I'm getting like this person's life is a total drama, right? It's like a drama, like a TV series. Like, why would I want to be a part of that person's drama? I don't, right? So I'm going to take myself out of the equation so that I'm not the main character to their drama this week, this month, this day, this morning, whatever. It's like that's just so, someone's just so wound up, so full of it themselves, so full of themselves, okay, and their bullshit. It's so full of shit. It's like, no, that's not why you actually did that. You're just lying to yourself and you refuse to look at yourself. And someone feels really relaxed not having you in their life. And that's just it. That's just it. Turning your melodrama into melodrama. It comes in part from reminding yourself over and over again with loving kindness and patience that you have a choice in how to respond to life. Yeah. You can learn to relate to your thinking as well as your circumstances in new ways. With practice, making these choices will translate into a more relaxed self, right? And even something like that was shitty can be looked at any way. Any way you can look at it any way. You'd be like, oh, I like this person like drained so much out of me, okay? Or you could be like, this person taught me so much of what I don't want to be, of what I don't want a partner to be like, of what I don't want a friend to be like. They showed me the contrast, okay? And then I let go of them and I allowed the universe to know off of my vibration that that's what I don't want, and everything in them that I did want. Okay, now I let them go, and the universe can bring me something based off the contrast that I recognized within self. Okay, but also recognizing the part of you, the part of the situation that you did, right? So that you attract something better than what you did last time. And then also knowing where you're fucking up in your decision making. Because it feels normal, it feels comfortable. You're already hardwired to like that type because it seems more like you. What if your person isn't anything like you? You're healthier person. You're healthier choice. right? It's important that we look at this and identify what we're doing in these instances. Okay, this happened, this happened, this happened. And it's very much a self thing. Like, what did I do in that situation? Okay, don't just be bitching about that person. This is to be looking at self. Other people do pop up in this, okay, but it's about self. Okay? Look at codependent. I was codependent. I had low self-esteem. I had mad anxiety. I was timid. Okay? I felt like I wasn't allowed to express negative emotions. Okay, because I'd be walking on eggshells, right? I'd wake up walking on eggshells. My morning started with a cry and a puke in the shower. I was fucking timid. That was what I did. I'd wake up and be like, oh, fuck. I'd go shower and that's where I'd cry and puke. Right? It's not like I would puke chunks. I had nothing in my stomach. It was so bad. It was so bad. That's how my morning started. So like these little things that I would do, I needed to point them out so that I could work on them. Right? No one's going to make me feel like that anymore. Right? I know how to protect my energy. I know who I am. And I know that that wasn't me. Right? That was a response to my environment. So it's like, and I have a really great understanding of that now because I literally went through it all. Or at least I tried to the best of my ability. I'll do it again. And then once you do that and you like identify what you're doing. Manipulation. Look, I was manipulating someone here. Self-centered. I was being really stubborn here. I was lying to myself again. Look how many, I was justifying something. I was justifying some behavior. I was feeling hopeless. Okay? I feared rejection. Okay? And now I don't. Here's another fear. Low self-esteem. Manipulation. I feared success even. Okay? That's how fucked up it was. I feared failing. I feared success. Well, then what did I not fear? It's like I really had to bring myself into the present moment in many ways. In many ways. I had a heavy sense of doom. I was closed off. I didn't allow people in, right? I had these walls up that also like didn't allow me to receive love. Like not only was I like cut off from like all my feelings, I was cut off from love. Like I wasn't, people were trying to love me and I couldn't accept it. Okay, I was being ungrateful here. Like there's little things where like I'll say things, resentments, whatever pops into my mind. This is what I do. Oh, this is what I do too. Oh, this is what I do too. Oh, I was holding this resentment towards someone. My partners say. Oh, I made this person do this for this reason and this reason and this reason. Okay? I was being irresponsible. I was feeling guilt. I was feeling shame. All these low vibrational things, but it's like, I did this. So it's like, I was listing things that I did to people, that I said to people, instances that I felt like I needed to get off my chest because it was a nasty thing of mine that I never told anybody. It's like, I did this for this reason. Okay, this is like all some shit. Okay, and then I like identified exactly what it was. I was manipulating. I was people pleasing. I was timid. I was suppressing my emotions. I was holding resentments. I was hurt. I had no self-love. I had PTSD, okay? But now I use that to like my advantage, right? I can be able to take myself back and see everything going on around me. So it's actually, I've turned it into a blessing. I had no trust in myself, and now I fully trust myself. I was preoccupied, disassociation, trust issues, deflecting, projecting. I was deflecting, I was projecting. I thought I was a level-headed addict. Is there such thing? Is there such thing? Look, I stole here. I stole. But then I went back, okay? I ended up going back and paying those people back and apologizing. okay, after when I was making some amendments. This is like stuff when I was doing like the 12 steps, right? But this is for anybody. This is for anybody. I was being disrespectful. Look at, I felt disrespectful when I was like at my grandma's house using. But that's also another thing that made me get clean, right? So it's like I said these things that I felt really terrible about, and then I like identified what they were, or I circled certain words in them. It's like we're not perfect, and we do certain things. So like I said, do. I wrote a letter to Muhammad in here. I wrote a letter to like babies that like I decided to get procedures with, right? I wrote them letters and I burnt them. Okay? I burnt them because I believe that when you write something out and the smoke rises up to the ethers, that they know, they get the message, they get the intent of you sending the message. They get your intent that you're pouring your heart and your soul into a letter. So if someone is like having troubles with letting someone go, or like the way they left things, okay, before that person like ascended, right, passed on, write them a letter, because you pouring your heart out into that letter and that intent of them getting it, okay, will be enough. It'll be enough. They'll feel you, and that'll give you like an opportunity to be able to let go, okay, to move forward. I wrote a really long, detailed letter to my late ex, and I burnt it. And then I started getting like chills down my spine, man, and I knew he heard. I just knew, okay? So, yeah. I feel like we should do a herb and then close it out. This is how you free yourself. This is how you like unlock the shackles that's connecting you to this person, is by like seeing it and letting it go with love. I don't care how that person did you. Let them go with love. And just try not to talk about it. Try to keep bringing it up. Like, let it all out here. Just let it all out. Identify it. And then read it over. Read it over. Really get a good understanding of that. Okay, I'm getting called to do this one. Angel number 242. Herbal remedies for nausea and vomiting. Everyone has experienced that nauseated, sick feeling at one time or another. When it strikes, here is something to make you feel better. Ginger tea. Ginger is a proven anti-nauseant. For many people, a cup or two of ginger tea is all it takes. It is particularly good for morning sickness. Okay, so somebody could have morning sickness, or is just feeling sick. Peppermint tea. A cup of peppermint tea will quell stomach cramps and nausea. Cinnamon. Cinnamon is excellent for upset stomach, gas, and diarrhea. Put a few drops of cinnamon oil in warm water and drink as needed. Okay, I'm going to end it there. Have a good day, people. Yeah, I'll be praying for everyone. I'll be praying for the collective tonight. Yeah, things will get better. Things will get better. And like, you might be a little bit hung up on like this now, but like, give it like a week of really just like loving self, lots of self-care. Okay, you'll have an entire new mindset about it. Honestly, you will. And like these toxic people, I'm getting stalking. They'll probably stalk you, but that's just whatever. It's just whatever. Okay, have a good evening.